I can't do it. It's too hard. It's impossible. I don't know where to start are irrational thoughts you have because you focus on the wrong thing. You can't do it because you're looking at the mountaintop instead of looking at what's just in front of you. But it's truly that simple. It all starts with your identity. If you truly want to change your life, you need to change your identity because you change by becoming more of what you already are. And this might be confusing, but it's very important that you understand this, and I'll explain it in a minute. Do you ever wonder why you can't change? You try and you try and you try, but no matter what, you revert back to your old self after a few weeks or a few months. Maybe it's bad habits that you want to stop. Maybe it's new healthy habits you want to start. But whatever you attempt to do, you fail. And right now, you've probably created a list of New Year's resolutions. And I'm no psychic, but I can bet that your New Year's resolutions are the same ones you had last year, right? And probably even the year before that. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because in order to change the way you live, you first need to change the way you think and the way you see yourself. Okay, so there is a physical gap between the person you are today and the person you want to be. And this gap needs to be filled with action. But for the majority of people, there is also a mental gap between who they are and who they want to be. And this is exactly what is preventing them from changing. They see their future self as someone that isn't them. And it's probably your case too. So you work in order to become a person that isn't you instead of working towards becoming more of what you are today. So no wonder why you lose motivation, you lose focus, you cannot keep habits because in your head, the person you want to be is a separate person from who you are today instead of being more an improved version of who you already are. If I see myself as a full-time YouTuber, I'll treat my YouTube channel as a business. YouTube is not my full-time job. It's not even my job, but because that's how I see myself in my mind, that's how I'm gonna act. So it all starts with your identity, who you are, who you want to be. Because if you see yourself as something, you'll act in accordance with that. So you need to bridge the mental gap between who you want to be and who you are today, or who you are today and who you want to be. And you do that by making who you want to be your identity, because the more you repeat to yourself you're something, the more you will act like it. Physically, externally, you might not be there yet, but in your mind you better be. You probably already have a vision of the person you want to be, but why does it often feel like it's a distant dream, that it's out of reach? This might be counterintuitive, but you need to zoom in. The second reason you can't change is because you're too zoomed out. You're in a state of mind where your dreams are too far away. Your goals are too far away. Your dream life is too far away that you can't even see it. And when you don't see something or feel it or hear it, you forget about it, right? It seems impossible. It can wait for another year. Out of sight, out of mind, right? But the reality is that the only way for your dreams and your goals to get closer is with you starting walking. And remember the identity thing. You don't start walking because you want this or that. You are this, so you do that. It's not the other way around. You always have to ask yourself, what is my future self doing? You want to be a filmmaker. What does a filmmaker do? They film and edit videos. Then you know what you need to do. You need to start creating videos. You need to start creating films. It's as simple as that. Your future self is not a separate person from who you are today. I'm repeating myself, but your future self is simply more of what you already are today. We get so caught up in the, it's impossible, I can't do it, I don't know where to start. Remember your identity. You are, so you do. You need to reframe your narrative. I can't do it. It's too hard. It's impossible. I don't know where to start. Are irrational thoughts you have because you focus on the wrong thing. You can't do it because you're looking at the mountaintop instead of looking at what's just in front of you. But it's truly that simple. If you want to get to the 22nd floor, you need to put one foot in front of the other. So start with the obvious. You want to be a YouTuber. Film and post your first video. It's simple. Is there something physically preventing you from doing so? You have a smartphone, you may have a camera. So no, there's nothing preventing you from doing so. Is it too hard? Okay, maybe getting to 1,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers is hard. But posting your first video, no, it's not hard. You believe you can't do it and that it's impossible and that it's too hard because you focus on the destination instead of focusing on the first step of the journey. So you need to focus on what you can do today. The thing is, you know where to start, you know what to do, but you see your dreams as something so far away that you can't connect the dots between who you are today and who you want to be. But truly, it's simple. You start with the obvious and you get more specific every time you acquire more skills. You increase the difficulty, you improve your equipment, your tools, but you start with the obvious always. Do you find yourself saying, I'm trying to, whenever you're in the first stages of something new, or whenever you're doing something but you don't believe you're good enough? So you're saying, I'm trying to lose weight, I'm trying to become an artist, I'm trying to earn money, I'm trying to start my business. Are you doing it or are you not doing it? Okay, I used to be a victim of this. I used to say, I'll try or I'm trying to every damn time. Every time I would do something, I would say, I'm trying to do it. One day, I posted on Reddit looking for advice, and I would reply to all the advice I got with, thank you, I'll try this. And then there's this one dude that said to me, I read all your replies, and you keep saying you're going to try to do it, but I don't think you're really going to do it. And I felt like someone had just slapped me in the face. And since that day, I stopped saying, I'm trying to or I'll try. Maybe I do it unconsciously still, but consciously, I don't do it anymore. Now, instead of saying, I'm trying to, I say, I am or I am in the process of. I am not trying to change my life. I am in the process of changing my life. I am changing my life. And it's this switch in perspective and narrative that gives you more confidence, that makes the thing real. Because if you are doing something, you already are. There's no trying. If you're posting videos on YouTube, you're a YouTuber. And I used to tell myself, oh, I'm trying to be a YouTuber. But no, if I'm posting videos, then I am a YouTuber. Full stop. You're not trying anything. You're either in it or you're moving towards it. So ban the word trying from your vocabulary. Okay, so this is how you unstuck yourself and change for good. You need to figure out who you want to be. Once that is done, you need to reframe your perspective and your narrative. By perspective, I mean you need to focus on the first step instead of letting the bigger picture paralyze you. Climbing a mountain is scary, but climbing the first 10 steps of a mountain isn't. And you exactly know what you need to do. Do the obvious. A content creator creates content, full stop. And by narrative, I mean that you need to ban the word trying from your vocabulary. If you took the first step, then you're already doing it. You already are the thing you want to be. So once you figured out who you want to be, take the first step, as I said. Don't overthink it, don't overplan it, just do the obvious. What is your future self doing? Once you've taken the first step, as I said, you already are. Then you need to reinforce the belief that the person you want to be isn't a separate person from who you are today, but is simply more of what you already are right now. So first of all, you need to take the first step. I'm repeating myself, but you need to take the first step. Then you can also do it by repeating affirmations to yourself. And most importantly, you do it by walking the walk. The more you move towards the person you want to be, the more you'll become that person, and the less you'll have to convince yourself that you are this person. And I don't really like saying become the person you want to be, because truly, if you've taken the first step, then you already are the person you want to be. And the person you want to be simply is an improved version of who you are right now. Let's say, for example, an artist creates art. If you create art, you're an artist. You might not be the greatest artist, but you're still an artist. So the person you want to be is simply more of what you already are today. I don't know if that's what you expected to hear, but true change doesn't revolve around habit change. It starts with an identity change, and I can't stress this enough. And that's probably why you can't change, because your sense of identity isn't strong enough. I hope you found value in this video, and I know that it can be hard to truly grasp what I'm saying. So I invite you to watch that video some other time to truly understand what I'm saying in this video. And you can also tell me in the comments if one thing I said in this video resonated with you, or if you want me to delve deeper into one of the things I said. But in the meantime, you can also subscribe for more videos like this to help you improve your life. I am rooting for you, and I hope to see you in the next video. You need to reframe your narrative. I can do it. It's too hard. It's impossible. I don't know where to start. Are irrational thoughts you have because you focus on the wrong thing. You can do it because you're looking at the mountaintop instead of looking at what's just in front of you. But it's truly that simple. If you want to get to the 22nd floor,